Before you chase more money, answer one question. Why do some people become wealthy while others work harder for decades and still struggle? The answer isn't luck. It isn't talent. And it certainly isn't motivation. It's the way they think when no one is watching. Most people wake up and immediately react to the world. They check notifications, compare themselves to strangers, complain about prices, and wait for someone else to create an opportunity. The Sigma mind does the opposite. It creates space before action, silence before noise, strategy before emotion. The first rule of wealth is simple. Stop trying to look rich. Every expensive purchase made to impress people steals money from your future. Real wealth grows in private. Luxury can wait. Freedom cannot. Imagine two men earning the same salary. One spends every raise on a better car and expensive clothes. The other quietly invests in skills, assets, and knowledge. 5 years later, one looks successful. The other becomes successful. The world rewards results, not appearances. If you truly want to become richer than most people, you must become comfortable being misunderstood. Friends may laugh when you refuse unnecessary expenses. Family may question why you spend evenings learning instead of partying. Let them. Every great transformation begins with temporary isolation. Because while the crowd is chasing attention, you are building leverage. And leverage always wins. The second rule is uncomfortable, but it changes everything. Stop living for approval. The average person makes financial decisions based on what other people might think. They buy the newest phone because everyone else has it. They accept jobs they hate because the title sounds impressive. They stay trapped because they fear being judged more than they fear wasting their life. A Sigma understands something different. Every minute spent chasing validation is a minute stolen from building value. Here's the truth. Nobody is thinking about you as much as you believe. People are too busy worrying about their own lives. The moment you accept this, you become free. Freedom creates confidence. Confidence creates better decisions. Better decisions create wealth. Instead of asking, "Will people like this?" ask, "Will my future self thank me for this?" That single question separates dreamers from builders. The wealthy don't always make exciting decisions. They make effective ones. They delay pleasure. They ignore trends. They protect their focus like it is their greatest asset, because it is. Your attention is the most valuable currency you own. If everyone can buy it with drama, gossip, or social media, you will never have enough energy left to build the life you want. Turn off the noise. Build in silence. Let your results make the announcement. Because in the end, respect is never requested. It is earned. There is one habit that quietly separates the wealthy from the average, and it has nothing to do with intelligence. It is the ability to delay gratification. Most people want rewards now. They want fast money, instant success, and overnight recognition. They plant a seed in the morning and expect a tree by sunset. When it doesn't happen, they quit. A Sigma thinks differently. He understands that every meaningful reward requires time. Skills take months. Businesses take years. Investments grow slowly before they grow rapidly. Patience is not weakness. It is a competitive advantage. Ask yourself this. Would you rather enjoy 1 year of comfort and spend the next 20 struggling? Or sacrifice 1 year to create decades of freedom? The answer sounds obvious, yet very few people live by it. Instead of buying things you don't need, invest in knowledge that increases your value. Instead of wasting hours scrolling through endless entertainment, spend those hours learning a skill that the market rewards. Every disciplined decision becomes another brick in the foundation of your future. Remember, successful people don't become wealthy because they never fail. They become wealthy because they refuse to abandon the process. The crowd chases excitement. The Sigma chases progress. And while the world celebrates quick wins, the patient builder quietly creates a life that no shortcut could ever produce. The future belongs to those who are willing to wait for it. The biggest difference between successful people and everyone else isn't money. It's how they protect their time. Every person wakes up with the same 24 hours. Yet one person builds a business, learns valuable skills, stays healthy, and creates financial freedom, while another reaches the end of the day wondering where all the time went. Time is the only resource you can never earn back. A Sigma understands this better than anyone. He doesn't allow random notifications, endless scrolling, pointless arguments, or negative people to control his schedule. Every hour has a purpose. Every decision is intentional. Imagine saving just 2 focused hours every single day. That's more than 700 hours in 1 year. 700 hours is enough to master a profitable skill, launch a successful YouTube channel, start an online business, read dozens of life-changing books, or completely transform your future. The problem isn't that people don't have enough time. The problem is that they give it away for free. Entertainment has its place, but when comfort becomes your daily habit, progress quietly disappears. Every hour spent consuming without creating pushes your goals a little farther away. Successful people ask a different question before doing anything. Will this move my life forward? If the answer is no, they move on. Remember, the world is full of distractions designed to steal your attention. Social media wants your time. Advertisers want your focus. Negative people want your energy. Guard all three. Because the person who controls their attention controls their future. Stop treating your time like it has no value. Spend it where it creates skills. Spend it where it builds income. Spend it where your future self will thank you. Wealth doesn't begin with a bank account. It begins with how you spend the hours no one is watching. Most people believe the only way to earn more is to work more hours. That belief keeps millions trapped for life. Think about it. If your income depends entirely on your time, there will always be a limit to how much you can earn. You only have 24 hours in a day. No matter how hard you work, you can never create more time. A Sigma understands that wealth is built through leverage. Leverage means creating something once that continues to produce value long after the work is finished. A YouTube video can earn views while you sleep. A digital product can be sold thousands of times without being recreated. An investment can grow without asking for permission. A valuable skill can increase your income for years. The wealthy don't ask, "How can I work harder?" They ask, "How can I make today's effort pay me again tomorrow?" That single question changes everything. Instead of spending every evening chasing short-term comfort, spend it building an asset. Learn a high-income skill. Create content that solves problems. Read books that improve your thinking. Build something that keeps working even when you are not. Progress may seem invisible at first. Days will pass with little reward. Weeks may feel frustrating. But every small action compounds. The world celebrates instant success, yet almost every great achievement is the result of consistent effort hidden behind closed doors. Never underestimate the power of one focused hour every day. 1 hour becomes 7 hours a week. 30 hours a month. More than 360 hours every year. That amount of focused work can completely change your future. Stop selling every hour of your life. Start building assets that buy your freedom. Because true wealth is not measured by how much you earn today. It is measured by how many days you can live without needing to trade your time for money. One of the most powerful words in the language of success has only 2 letters. No. Most people fail financially because they say yes too often. Yes to unnecessary spending. Yes to distractions. Yes to invitations that steal their time. Yes to habits that slowly destroy their future. Every yes has a hidden cost. When you say yes to wasting 3 hours online, you say no to learning a valuable skill. When you say yes to buying something you don't need, you say no to investing in your future. Every decision is a trade, whether you notice it or not. A Sigma understands this better than the average person. He knows that discipline is not about doing everything. It is about refusing everything that doesn't matter. Look at the lives of highly successful people. They aren't successful because they accept every opportunity. They become successful because they protect their focus with ruthless discipline. Imagine your attention as a bank account. Every distraction makes a withdrawal. Every moment of deep focus makes a deposit. The people who achieve extraordinary results simply make more deposits than withdrawals. This is why they appear different. They aren't born with more talent. They just waste less energy. The truth is, your future is being shaped by the small choices you make every single day. Nobody notices them. Nobody applauds them. But they quietly determine where you'll be 5 years from now. Learn to say no without guilt. No to instant gratification. No to negative people. No to habits that steal your potential. Every powerful no creates space for a more meaningful yes. Yes to growth. Yes to discipline. Yes to freedom. Because the people who master their choices eventually master their lives. And the road to extraordinary success is often built from the opportunities you had the courage to refuse. There comes a moment in every successful person's life when they realize a difficult truth. Growth is often lonely. The moment you decide to think differently, live differently, and aim higher than the people around you, not everyone will understand your journey. Some will call you obsessed. Others will say you've changed. A few may even hope you fail, because your ambition reminds them of the dreams they abandoned. A Sigma doesn't fear solitude. He understands that loneliness and isolation are not the same thing. Loneliness is feeling empty. Isolation is creating space to become stronger. While others spend every free moment seeking entertainment, the Sigma spends quiet hours reading, learning, planning, and improving. Those silent hours rarely look impressive from the outside. But they create extraordinary results over time. History is filled with people who built greatness behind closed doors. Before the applause came the preparation. Before the recognition came years of invisible work. Most people quit because they don't see immediate results. The Sigma continues because he knows the process itself is changing him. If you spend enough time improving your mind, your skills, and your discipline, your environment will eventually begin to change. New opportunities appear. Better people enter your life. Your confidence grows because it is built on evidence, not empty motivation. Never be afraid to walk a path that few people understand. The crowd follows comfort. Leaders follow purpose. And remember this, the person who can sit alone with a goal, remain focused without applause, and keep moving forward without validation has already developed a rare advantage. Because success is not built in the spotlight. It is built in the quiet moments when nobody is watching, nobody is cheering, and you choose to keep going anyway. That is the mindset of a Sigma. And that mindset is nearly impossible to defeat. Take a moment and think about the 5 people you spend the most time with. Now ask yourself a harder question. Are they pushing you toward your goals or pulling you away from them? Most people underestimate the power of their environment. They believe success comes only from hard work. Hard work matters, but the people around you influence your thoughts, your habits, your standards, and eventually your entire future. Spend enough time with people who complain, and complaining begins to feel normal. Spend enough time with people who waste money, and financial discipline becomes difficult. Spend enough time with people who have no vision, and your own ambition slowly fades. A Sigma chooses his circle carefully. He doesn't judge people by their income or social status. He pays attention to their mindset. Do they take responsibility for their lives? Do they solve problems instead of creating excuses? Do they inspire growth instead of feeding negativity? Energy is contagious. So are discipline, confidence, and ambition. The right environment quietly changes the way you think. It challenges you to become more. It raises your standards without saying a single word. And if you can't find people who inspire you, don't settle for those who limit you. Learn from books. Learn from successful entrepreneurs. Listen to people who have already built the life you want. Today, the internet gives you access to some of the greatest minds in the world, for free. Use that advantage. Remember, your future is not determined by where you were born. It is determined by the standards you choose to live by every single day. Choose relationships that sharpen your mind. Choose conversations that expand your vision. Choose environments that make discipline easier. Because when your standards rise, your actions improve. And when your actions improve, your entire life begins to change. The average person measures success by what happens this week. The Sigma measures success by what will matter 10 years from now. This simple shift in perspective changes everything. Most people quit too early because they expect massive results from small efforts. They go to the gym for 2 weeks and expect a transformation. They start a business for 3 months and expect financial freedom. They upload a few videos and wonder why success hasn't arrived. But life doesn't reward impatience. It rewards consistency. Every extraordinary achievement is built through ordinary actions repeated over a long period of time. The problem is that consistency is invisible. Nobody celebrates the days you wake up early. Nobody applauds the nights you spend learning while others are sleeping. Yet those quiet moments are where real success is born. Think of a giant oak tree. For years, its roots grow beneath the surface where no one can see them. To an outside observer, it appears as though nothing is happening. Then one day, the tree rises higher and stronger than anyone expected. Your life works the same way. Every book you read strengthens your thinking. Every skill you practice increases your value. Every disciplined decision becomes another route supporting your future success. Never compare your chapter 1 to someone else's chapter 20. You don't know how many failures, sacrifices, or sleepless nights they endured before anyone noticed them. Focus on becoming 1% better every day. That may sound small, but over the course of years, those tiny improvements create a completely different life. The crowd chases quick victories. The Sigma builds lasting foundations. Because the people who think in decades make decisions that protect their future instead of satisfying the present. And in the end, those long-term decisions are what separate temporary success from a lifetime of freedom. Motivation feels powerful. It gives you excitement, energy, and the belief that anything is possible. But here's the problem. Motivation doesn't stay. Some mornings you'll wake up inspired. Other mornings you'll feel tired, distracted, or discouraged. If your progress depends on how you feel, your success will always be unpredictable. A Sigma never builds his future on emotions. He builds it on discipline. Discipline means doing what needs to be done even when you don't feel like doing it. It means showing up on difficult days, not just the easy ones. Because the difficult days are the ones that separate winners from everyone else. Imagine two people with the same dream. The first works only when motivation appears. The second follows a routine, whether he feels inspired or not. After 1 year, their results won't even be close. Small daily actions become unstoppable when repeated without excuses. This is why routines are more powerful than goals. Goals tell you where to go. Routines make sure you actually get there. Stop waiting for the perfect mood, the perfect opportunity, or the perfect moment. Those things rarely arrive. The people who achieve extraordinary success aren't always the smartest or the most talented. They're simply the most consistent. Every workout completed when you wanted to quit strengthens your character. Every chapter read when you felt lazy sharpens your mind. Every hour spent building your future instead of chasing comfort makes you stronger than the version of yourself from yesterday. Remember this whenever life becomes difficult. Your competition is waiting to feel motivated. You are building discipline. And discipline doesn't disappear when life gets hard. It grows stronger. That's why, in the long run, discipline defeats motivation. Every single time. Comfort is one of the most dangerous addictions in the modern world. It doesn't destroy your future overnight. It does something far worse. It convinces you that staying the same is safe. Every great achievement begins with discomfort. The first workout feels painful. The first business idea feels risky. The first investment feels uncertain. The first public failure feels embarrassing. Most people stop right there. Not because they lack potential, but because they mistake discomfort for danger. A Sigma understands the difference. He knows that growth always feels uncomfortable before it becomes normal. The muscles burn before they become stronger. The mind struggles before it becomes wiser. Confidence appears only after you've faced situations that once made you afraid. Ask yourself an honest question. When was the last time you intentionally did something difficult? If the answer is "I can't remember," then you've probably been living inside your comfort zone for too long. The comfort zone feels peaceful today, but it quietly steals tomorrow's opportunities. Every time you avoid a challenge, you train your mind to stay small. Every time you face one, you teach yourself that you are capable of more than you imagined. The people you admire are not fearless. They simply learned to act before fear disappeared. That is the hidden advantage. Success doesn't belong to those who always feel confident. It belongs to those who move forward despite uncertainty. So make discomfort your daily teacher. Read the difficult book. Learn the challenging skill. Start the project you've been delaying. Have the conversation you've been avoiding. Because every step outside your comfort zone expands the life you are capable of living. And one day, the things that once terrified you will become the very things that define your strength. That is how ordinary people become extraordinary. Every single day, the world is divided into two types of people: consumers and creators. Consumers spend their lives watching other people build success. They scroll through endless videos, read endless posts, and admire the achievements of strangers. Hours disappear, but nothing changes in their own lives. Creators live differently. Instead of asking, "What can I watch today?" they ask, "What can I build today?" That one question changes everything. Every successful business, every popular YouTube channel, every best-selling book, every useful app, and every life-changing invention began as an idea inside someone's mind. The difference is that they acted while others kept thinking. A Sigma refuses to become trapped in endless consumption. He understands that information is valuable only when it leads to action. Reading 10 books means nothing if you never apply a single lesson. Watching hundreds of motivational videos won't change your future unless they inspire real work. Knowledge without execution is entertainment. Execution is what creates results. At the end of each day, ask yourself one question. What did I create today? Maybe you wrote a page. Maybe you learned a new skill. Maybe you uploaded a video. Maybe you improved your business. It doesn't need to be perfect. It only needs to move you forward. The people who achieve financial freedom are rarely those who consume the most. They are the ones who consistently create value for others. The internet rewards creators. The market rewards problem solvers. The future rewards those who take action while everyone else waits. Stop spending your best hours watching someone else live the life you dream about. Start building your own. Because one day, if you remain consistent, people won't just watch success. They'll be watching yours. Most people spend their lives chasing money. The wealthy spend their lives becoming the kind of person money naturally follows. That difference changes everything. Think about it. Why does one person lose every opportunity they receive while another turns small chances into life-changing success? The answer isn't luck. It's value. Money is simply a reward for solving problems. The bigger the problem you solve, the more valuable you become. That's why great engineers, skilled entrepreneurs, talented creators, and innovative thinkers are often rewarded far beyond the average. A Sigma understands this principle. Instead of asking, "How can I make more money?" he asks, "How can I become more valuable?" That question leads to better skills. Better communication. Better. If you've listened this far, you're already different from most people. Not because you've learned a few new ideas, but because you stayed long enough to challenge the way you think. Remember, success is never built in a single moment. It is built through thousands of small decisions that nobody notices. The decision to wake up instead of hitting the snooze button. The decision to read instead of scrolling. The decision to save instead of spending. The decision to keep going when quitting feels easier. These choices seem small today, but over the years, they become the difference between an average life and an extraordinary one. A Sigma doesn't wait for the perfect opportunity. He becomes the person who creates opportunities. He doesn't blame the economy, his past, or other people. He accepts responsibility because responsibility is where real power begins. There will always be people who doubt you. There will always be setbacks, failures, and moments when progress feels invisible. Keep moving anyway. Because every successful person has faced those same moments. The only difference is that they refuse to stop. 1 year from now, you'll either be grateful that you started today, or you'll wish you had. The choice has always been yours. So make a promise to yourself. Protect your time. Strengthen your discipline. Invest in your knowledge. Create more than you consume. Choose long-term thinking over short-term pleasure. And never allow temporary comfort to steal your permanent potential. The world doesn't need another person who follows the crowd. It needs someone willing to lead with courage, patience, and relentless consistency. That someone can be you. Not tomorrow. Not next month. Today. If this message changed the way you think, don't let it become just another video you watched. Turn these lessons into action. Because your future is being written by the decisions you make after this moment. Now close this video and start building the life that your future self will thank you for.